Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey again to y'all in the video. Hope y'all having a very great day. Hope y'all having a very great week. My day is going absolutely wonderful. Big shout out to all the channel members and subscribers to the Trey King Show family. And much love to each and every last one of you all. And you all, we have a story out of Virginia by way of Chesterfield. And big shout out to everybody in the great state of Virginia. Everybody outside the great city of Chesterfield. Now, before I start the story, I want to send a special thank you out to my channel members and also to my subscribers for sending me the story. And also, keep these stories coming. And also, before I start the story, I want to send a special condolence out to the family and friends of 75-year-old Evelyn Newman, along with her sister, 78-year-old Hazel Johnson, because it's very sad and tragic what happened to these two sisters in their old age. Now, you would think on one hand that if you allow somebody to come inside your home and stay, especially if they have children, they will be on a what? Yes, start with a B, their best behavior. But what happened when you have entitled family members and also friends? But in the case of this story, we're talking about family members. Now, what happens when you have entitled family members who come and stay with you and then, yes, try to take over your house?
You see how disrespectful this is? She ain't got no respect for nobody but her dumbass friends. That's all she got respect for her dumbass friends. She don't respect me or her sibling. You are in my house. I don't have to show you no respect. I don't have to show you no respect. Well, you need to find you somewhere else to go then. Find you somewhere else to go.
Now, I'm sure I'm talking to somebody today who has a family member or a friend staying with them, and they do not want to hear nothing you have to say. They don't want to abide by your rules. But what do you do when your family member don't want to listen to you? You do the same thing that 75-year-old Evelyn Newman did, and that's put their butt out. But what do you do when that family member come back and try to take your life? What do you do, folks? Let me ask you all today a question. Do you have anybody staying with you right now? Or have you ever had someone staying with you and they don't want to abide by the rules, and then they decide to fight you or hurt you? What do you do in them situations? Because the last thing you want to do is take your family member life. But at the same time, you all got to understand one thing. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Now, I'm not telling nobody to go out there and hurt their family and friends or whatnot. But at the same time, I'm telling you all to preserve your life and also be aware of your surroundings constantly. Because like I tell you all these stories, there's always, yes, warning before destruction. And there's always signs. Now, as you all going to see as this story play out, the sign was there the whole time. But poor Miss Evelyn Newman must overlooked it because naturally she's 75 years old. But also what I want you all to know, it was the reason why 25-year-old Alicia Newman was staying with her grandmama. Evidently, she was not handling her business properly. And that's the reason why she was at her grandma's house with children. Now, also before I start the story, I have one question. What kind of prescription is that? Look at that face. Oh my God. Let's begin.
A quiet Chesterfield neighborhood quickly turned into a crime scene after a deadly house fire this weekend.
Chesterfield crews pulled two sisters from the fire, 75-year-old Evelyn Newman and 78-year-old Hazel Johnson, who were taken to the hospital but later died from their injuries.
And now, family, this incident had taken place Saturday, October the 18th, around 4 a.m. in the morning, where it was reported that Alicia Newman and her grandmother, 75-year-old Evelyn Newman, had an argument, and Evelyn Newman told Alicia Newman to leave the house early in the day. Now, you would think by the grandmama telling the granddaughter to leave, the daughter would do what? Yes, she would leave. And maybe you could talk things out over the phone. But at the same time, the nerve of somebody, number one, to come and live with you and then also have children, but they got the nerve to want to be mad at you. Now, think about this also. How many people do we know that stay with their relatives and at the same time don't even work and then have the nerve to want to have children? Think about that. And then you tell them something, what's the first thing they say? I'm grown. Well, if you that damn grown, guess what? You need to be on your own. But as you all going to find out in this story is that not only was Alicia Newman taking advantage of her grandmother, but at the same time, the 75-year-old Evelyn Newman, along with her sister, 78-year-old Hazel Johnson, had disabilities. Now, you would think this young lady, Alicia Newman, would take all of that into consideration. And at the same time, her children also. Where are her children? So you mean to tell me you're going to risk losing your freedom and also your children and potentially spend the rest of your life in prison all because you was mad at your grandmama and you want to take over her house? That's a damn shame right there. But at the same time, ask yourself this before we continue. Why isn't she mad at herself? And also, why ain't you mad at the kid's daddy? Because naturally, you at your grandma's house for a reason. Like I told you all in the beginning of the video. But notice, she's not mad at him. She ain't gonna set his house on fire or whatnot, and I'm glad she didn't. I'm making a point here. The point I'm trying to make is this right here. How do these people be mad at everybody else but the person they need to be mad at? And that person is who? Your damn self. Let's continue.
Both of them were on crutches and walkers, which means that, in my opinion, they couldn't move very fast to get away from it. It just overtook them.
Now, family, after hearing what the cousin Willie had to say, and Willie, I'm sorry for you all lost. Now, you would think by Alicia Newman, knowing her grandmother's situation, knowing that these elderly women are on crutches and walkers, she would not do nothing to hurt them. If anything, you would do something to help them. And like I was taught, if you can't do nothing to help a person, do not do anything to hurt a person unless they have done something wrong to you. And now let's dive a little deeper, family. Now, here we have two sisters, 75 years old, 78 years old, living their life. They was going to look after each other until they passed, like most relatives do, well, siblings, that is, brothers and sisters, when they get up in age. But lo and behold, here comes Alicia Newman with her drama and BS and took everything that Miss Evelyn Newman and also Miss Hazel Johnson had worked for. Think about that. And not only did she take away these women home, but also their lives and also 70-some years of memories. That's a damn shame right there. Let's continue.
After further investigation, Chesterfield Fire and EMS also discovering that this house fire was no accident. Saturday evening, with the assistance of Henrico Police, Chesterfield Police found and arrested 25-year-old Alicia Newman, the granddaughter of one of the victims, for intentionally setting the fire. Willie tells me that Evelyn would let Alicia and her children stay at the home she had had for over 30 years, but that Evelyn was asked to leave following an argument.
And now, family, as you all heard what the news reporter stated, he stated that Miss Evelyn Newman owned this home for more than 30 years, longer than what Alicia Newman, her granddaughter, has been alive. Alicia Newman is only 25 years old. Now, what business did this granddaughter have coming over there, number one, trying to argue with her grandmama? And also, what business she had trying to take over her grandmother's house? And just like I told you all early in the video, when you have relatives that stay with you and they're grown, the first thing they're going to say when you try and tell them something is what? I'm grown. You can't tell me nothing. Well, I feel this way before we close this video up soon. Now, if you that damn grown, why are you in my home? And also, why can't you stand on your own 2 feet? Now, you would think this granddaughter, Alicia Newman, would be more appreciative of what her grandmother was trying to offer her. And that's what? A place to stay, not just for her, but also her children. And look what Alicia Newman did. Came and took this woman's house away, and also her life, and also her sister's life. But notice one thing. Alicia Newman didn't give a damn about the children, because how can you care about your children and abandon them like that? But this goes to show you, you can't help everybody, no matter who they are. But like I told you all in the beginning of the video, there's always a sign. Now we finna get to the sign right now. Not coming from my mouth, but coming from the family member mouth himself. Let's close up.
Willie says he's saddened by the situation, but not surprised.
Alicia's the type of woman where something like this she could easily do and not look back.
And now in closing, as you all heard the relative state, he stated that Alicia Newman could do something like this easily and not look back. Which means what, family? For those who are listening and paying attention today, it means that she has a cold heart. And I'll tell you this right here today. If you're dealing with anybody like that in your life, especially if somebody that's staying in your home have that type of attitude, what you need to do is separate from them, because sooner or later, guess what? They're going to turn on you. No matter what you try to do, no matter how far you try to go for them. Because what's in a person is in a person. So let this story be a lesson to you all that have family members that you can't tell a damn thing to. And the reason why I say this is because the day this fire took place, which happened to be early Saturday morning, October the 18th, Alicia Newman didn't just wake up that day and decide to go for bad. No, she already had it in her, just like her relative stated. Anyway, you all let me know what you think about this story. Once again, I am sorry for you all lost. And I know that you all are hurting right now, because not only did you lose Miss Evelyn Newman and also Hazel Johnson, but at the same time, what is going to happen to the kids? Think about that. And I wish Alicia Newman would have thought about that also before she decided to carry out this attack. Anyway, you all let me know what you think about this story. If there's anything I may have missed or misinformed, which is not my true intent, please let me know in the comment section, or you can email me and we can talk about it more there. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Also share the video with your family and friends. Till next time, you all stay blessed And I will see y'all soon on next Trey King Show. And I'm out.